What's up, Team Buckhouse? Johnathan Buckhouse here, and it is time for another resort review. This is a video series where we go to a new place, we rip it, we have a great day, and then we rate it so you guys can know not only who is this resort for, but how it scales to other resorts. Because going on vacation is very expensive, so if I can show you a place to go on a trip that could be cheaper or better and not like a crazy Colorado super expensive resort, and you're gonna get more runs, get to ride terrain that you want to ride, boom, then this series is totally worth it. So that is why we're doing resort reviews. I want to help you guys find out where to ride. So with the 10 categories, we're going to rate each one from 0 to 10. 0 is not applicable, they don't have it at all. 1 is terrible, 5 is average, and 10 is best in the world. After we get those 10 categories scored, we'll then add them all together and get a score from 0 to 100, and that's how we're going to compare it to other resorts, as well as at the end, I'll tell you who I think this resort is for. With all that being said, the resort on the chopping block today is Liberty SnowFlex, and this is such a unique, different ski resort that I gotta at least explain what it is to you guys. So Liberty SnowFlex is a resort made out of SnowFlex, and what that is it's this fake artificial carpet. This is literally a carpet that you can snowboard. It's got about 3/4 of an inch of like hard plastic. They spray water on it consistently, and the water mixed with the bristles allows you to snowboard it or ski it. It's actually insane. So now that you know what SnowFlex is, let's jump into the resort review. Now the first category is lift prices. How expensive is it to go to Liberty SnowFlex? And it is $8 an hour, which is not that bad at all. And then they do $10 Tuesdays, which lets you ride all day for $10, which is super awesome. Now it is in Virginia, and usually I think the best time to go is in the summertime, so it's really hot. So to ride more than 4 hours, you get pretty exhausted out there. So the price comes out to be very, very affordable. But let's say you did like a full day riding, you're spending $70 for the day to ride there, which doesn't make it incredibly cheap. It is cheap, but not incredible. And that is why they got a 6 on the lift prices. It's a good price, and especially if you want to go get like a 2-hour session, it's a great price. Ease of access. How easy is it to get to Liberty SnowFlex? And honestly, it's super duper easy because there's a huge Liberty college there. It's like Liberty University or something. Massive college. They actually have their own airport, so you can fly directly to the small town, and then it's like a 15-minute drive from the airport to the place. Like, bam, you're there. So if you wanted to travel there, super easy. And then it's in Virginia, they don't really get snow. It was so easy to drive up there. So they got an 8 when it comes to ease of access. This is not a hard place to get to at all. Now lodging, they don't have any lodgings, you can't sleep there. Boom, big 0, goose egg, they don't have it. Now lifts, we gotta get to the top of the big white snow carpet, and how are we gonna do that? Well, they got a magic carpet that runs up the right side, and on the left side, they got a platter that takes you all the way to the top, but they don't have a chairlift. So this is a little tricky because you do get to access everything you want, but it's kind of, once again, they're not chair lifts. So they got a 2 when it comes to lifts because the platter is kind of exhausting, because if you ever rode a platter, you know, like it puts weird pressures on your legs and stuff like that. The carpet is awesome. It's very slow though. And then it technically doesn't take you to the very, very top. You got to walk a little bit if you take the carpet and you want to go to the top. Now runs, there's this huge wedge of white carpety snow, but technically it's all a park, there isn't a run. But technically you can avoid the feature, so there is a run. So I gave him a 1, it's a terrible run there, but once again, this whole mountain of like white carpet is a park. And so let's get into the terrain park, and they got a 7 when it comes to parks, which is insane because I was blown away at the features they had. They had like waterfall rails, they had sea boxes or sea rails, they had a huge jump, which is like, we'll get into like why the jump was so special, but the jump was one of the smoothest jumps I've ever hit in my entire life. They have a huge quarter pipe at the end. Like, they literally have big features. It's like scary to shred it because this carpet stuff's not easy to ride, and then you got the biggest of the biggest features. So you're like, normally I'd rip this rail, but on this carpet, and it's so weird, it's so different. But the park, the features they had were incredible. So they got a 7 when it comes to the terrain park. Now food, we went during COVID time, so the little snack bar thing they had is closed, but like think of like your high school snack bar. That's what they had. So I gave them a 2 when it came to the snack bar. So yeah, you're not getting like food there. Now employees, and then this is the category where I always explain, like, we don't do snow conditions because, well, first off, this isn't snow. But second off, I travel and ride resorts all throughout the whole season, so I can show up super early to a resort and get icy snow, be there mid-season, get the best snow in the world, or come late season, get the slushy snow. So we can't really do snow conditions because that's all dependent upon weather and all that kind of stuff. So we always rate off of variables that we can control, kind of, because the employees is the next score, because I've had an employee ruin a day on a mountain, the Keystone incident right there, you can check that video out. But I've also had an employee absolutely crush a day and make it, and that happened here at Liberty SnowFlex. Isaac, he's got, it's in his hands. That's what we're looking for. Yes. The wax, it's gonna be a game changer. The wax kind of like the manager dude of the whole facility pulled out the airbag for us, and we were having the most insane airbag session, which I can't believe they were willing to do that because they don't pull the airbag out for like anybody. But because we were there making content, they were stoked on us. They pulled out the airbag, they hosted us the whole time we were there, and it was a really cool, awesome experience. So that made our trip, and so that's why I like to rate employees, because you can have an employee make your trip like I had, or you can have an employee ruin your trip, which I've also had happen. So yeah, Liberty SnowFlex got an 8 when it comes to employees. They crushed it out there, and that is exactly what we wish could always happen every time we go to a ski resort. Now, views and scenery. Now, this is in Virginia. You would think it's gonna get a horrible views and scenery score. However, Liberty has an incredible view, and the thing that makes it ultra incredible is every single day, every day, there's a golden hour sunset jump session. It is gorgeous. One of the like best views ever. You're looking over the whole university. It is one of the coolest things. What up, dude? I'm filming. I'm talking very loud. I'm sorry. Can I finish this and I'll come get you, please?
We just happy face.
Yes, my happy face. You're so silly. Can I finish filming this and come play Legos with you?
Sure.
I don't know what I was saying, but the view is incredible at Liberty. So they got an 8 when it comes to views, because I haven't been anywhere yet that every single time you go snowboarding, you're getting a sunset shoot. Like, it's so sick. In the last category, the would I go back? Because if I'm not willing to go back, why would I recommend it to you guys? And I would absolutely go back. And that is why Liberty got a 7 on the would I go back scale. It's such a cool, unique, different experience. You're snowboarding on carpet. And so it's just really cool. It's a good summertime activity. I highly recommend you guys experience it at least once in your life. So definitely gonna be going back this summer. I'm really excited actually to get back out there. Doing this whole resort review got me like super stoked. I'm like, dude, we gotta get out there. That being said, before we tell you who this resort is for, make sure you guys check out the resort map. It's a map of the whole United States and every ski resort in the US. Our goal is to ride every resort in the United States. All the green ones are the ones that we have ridden. You can click on them, see the resort or the video, watch the video at your ski resort, or if it's red, we haven't been there yet, you know we're coming your way. So check out the resort map. It's a super cool map just to look and see how many resorts are here in the US. With that being said too, if you wanna watch the vlogs from Liberty SnowFlex, you can check one of them out right here. And now let's get into, first off, who is this resort for? I would say the hardcore park riders, the people that are really interested in skiing and snowboarding, and they just want to experience something new with the sport, as well as like it's summertime, you're dying. Get out there and do it. It's not for everyone. I wouldn't recommend going there to learn how to snowboard. If you're trying to learn how to ride park, I wouldn't go there. It's gonna be very difficult. It's so tricky, it's so different. But if you're a pretty competent rider and you just wanna have a blast, I would say go check it out. So now that we know who this is for, what score did it get? And Liberty SnowFlex got a, out of 100, a 49, 1 point under average, which is actually super sick. As I'm making these resort reviews, a lot of these resorts are scoring in the around average area, but we've had a couple hit them almost 80 marks. So if you want to see how other resorts are doing, check out the resort review playlist. We've covered a ton of incredible resorts. And I know right now it's in the summertime. You guys want like Killington and Breck and all these huge resorts. Those will come. We're just going to drop those closer to the winter. But I'm so stoked you guys are enjoying this resort review series. And if you want to watch our last resort review, you can check that one out right there. Now this is the part of the video where you got to drop a comment. Let's have a conversation. What do you think of this place? Would you want to even try this place out? If you're a local, drop all the local tips. Let's have a conversation in the comments, especially if you have any like lodging or food tips or anything like that. That's what makes these videos so good, is people can check out something that they want to do and get all the information from it down below. That being said, don't get caught on the mountain without rocking an Evolution sticker on your helmet or your snowboard. We even have ski versions for all the skiers out there. That way everyone knows you're a part of Team Buckhouse. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet to join the strongest ski and snowboard community on the internet, what are you doing? We premiere every single video every day. We hang out, we chat, we go live once a week in the winter, twice a week in the summer. That way we can just get together as a community, talk about the thing we love most, which is ripping down some white pow. And it's so sick. So join our community and just become part of Team Buckhouse. And with all that, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for shredding with us today. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with another video.
I'm on top of the ocean, living like life ain't frozen, feeling my feet been chosen for something other than motion, yeah. Mama told me I'ma be somebody, I ain't never gonna need nobody, no, no, I ain't never gonna need nobody, no, Cliff.